Hello! I'm really glad you're here. I'm Amy, and this is Amy's Wild Cards. This is the podcast where I interview people who I think are my friends with a deck of cards filled with random questions I have created. This deck will be shuffled at the beginning of each interview, and whatever questions come up and in whatever order is completely up to fate. We're gonna laugh, maybe cry, possibly be offended. Let's get into it. My friend Rosie's here.
Hello.
Hi, Rosie.
Hi.
Okay, so Tautomy actually helped me shuffle your deck a little bit before this too.
Really? Okay.
So I do a cleansing shuffle
Okay.
between guests, and then this is now like the Rosie shuffle. And so you know what to do. You're sending your vibes to the deck right now. You're in charge of what questions come up. Your energy is controlling the shuffle.
Okay.
I'm also thinking of you and sending the vibes. And I will let you choose if I am the one who decides when to stop or if you are the one who decides when I stop shuffling.
Wait, it's me?
You can choose
Oh.
or I can choose. I'm letting you have the choice.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. I can, okay.
You want to choose when I
Yes.
stop shuffling?
Yes.
Okay, great. So you just tell
Thank
me
you.
when.
One more.
Here?
That's it.
Okay. Here we go. Jim Carrey moment. Okay.
I love Jim Carrey.
I'm so glad I did that for you then.
Yeah.
This is a nice starter.
Okay.
What is your favorite thing about yourself?
Ooh.
Oh my god, you're like, where do I start?
Well, I actually love my wardrobe.
Yeah, you have a great wardrobe.
Thank you.
You really do.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I like to have fun with it. I get creative with it. It makes me feel good. When you feel good, or when you look good, you feel good. So that's, the Carrie Bradshaw in me.
Exactly. Yeah, and you definitely have some footwear she'd be into. Like, you know what I think about her? Your little orange pumps with like the little
Yes.
feather top, right? Yeah.
Oh, I love those.
Those are cute.
Those are my favorite.
Oh my god, this is funny because we were just talking about this with Sherry. So you're prepared.
Okay.
Do you know what it is?
Oh, yes. Yes.
So watch Sherry's episode if you want to reference. What hill will you die on? That's hilarious. That just came up.
One with a lot of shade. Not on a literal hill. Let's see.
Would you have known that's what I meant if we didn't talk about it?
Yeah.
Right. I thought it was pretty much general knowledge.
Yeah.
But like there's been a few people who think I mean literally what hill they want to die on.
I mean, I think depending on the day, that could be me too. Honestly.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. To be fair, absolutely.
But what hill would I die on? Oh, this is a tough one. Oh my gosh.
Strong conviction. Any really strong conviction.
A strong
I always feel this. I will definitely do that. This is absolutely wrong. Everyone should try this at least once. Something like that.
Well, I think everyone should try something at least twice.
I think will you die on that hill?
Actually, yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
And why should they try it at least twice, Rosie?
In my experience, I have to be a little more open-minded because the first impressions aren't always correct.
That's fair.
Yeah, and it depends on the day, depends on your mood. So maybe I tried a quiche one day and I'm like, I was already in a bad mood and like, I hate quiche. That's nasty. Right. And then I come in on a better day. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to give it a second chance. I'm going to give it a second chance.
So
and then I still hate quiche though. So.
Well, I was going to say, do you think it's possible to go from being like, oh, this was not for me to being like, okay, yeah, this is for me? Okay.
Yeah.
But not with
quiche.
Not with egg pastries.
No, that's gross.
I love quiches. Yeah. No. Yeah. My palate is wild. It's all over the place. Okay. Lovely. Why did you say yes to being on this podcast?
Because I'll try anything twice.
Have you been on a podcast before?
No. Because I want my first to be with you.
Thank you.
I'm just putting it out there. I might be on another,
Yeah, you should be. We were talking about recording Rosie's voice because she has such a lovely voice. Yeah. You were talking about recording a book. Like what? So if you were just doing it like for fun, like what book would you want to like record on audio? Can you do the big book?
That would be fun.
To have like a
Bill
good
story.
That'd be like, but like that would be a really, because all like the audio recordings of like
So
those
boring.
Yeah, the literature isn't great.
Yeah.
But like if you did it, I think a lot of people would get recovery out of that, Rosie.
Yeah,
Oh my
that'd be
god,
so
I
much
love
fun.
that.
Yeah, I'll be doing voices and yeah, that'd be fun.
I think we're actually gonna do this. Can we do at least one chapter?
Yeah. You
Okay.
can pick your favorite chapter and I will read it
I'll
for
pick my
you.
favorite?
Yeah.
Okay. I like this. Okay. Let's see what you say here. Are you a good dad?
Funny story.
Oh.
My son actually asked me if I would teach him how to be a dad one day. And
Interesting.
yeah,
Ori
Ori. He really wants to be a dad. I'm like, why?
Oh, he does. And he asked you. Do you think he also asked your ex that?
Probably.
Okay,
honestly.
he's asking both
because
of you.
kids are just so they'll just say whatever, and he calls me dad sometimes.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, or like if he comes back from grandma's, it's like, hey grandma. I'm like, no, sweetie. But I just thought it was funny that he asked me that. I'm like,
what did you say to him?
I can teach you how to be a
Yeah.
dad. Yeah.
You were just like, yes, I can, absolutely.
Yeah, I'm not gonna question it.
I love that.
Yeah.
What is the absolute worst thing about you?
I got quite a few defects here. I can go back on my word sometimes. Not in a like, I promise you this, or it's more of a like, that really upset me. I don't want to ever see you again. You know, I can I can be one of those. And then 5 minutes later, I'm like, hey, I'm really sorry.
Yeah. I understand
I was hungry. You know?
I needed to eat.
Yeah. You know, that's probably one of the worst things about me, because that's not fair to people when I'm, so I guess wishy-washy would be the word about it, or the word for it. I'm learning to not be so reactive. That's the word. I can be a little reactive.
I feel like I could see that, like, you know, I haven't had that experience of you, but I'm also not like, I feel like that's something that happens maybe more with people like you're in a relationship with,
very intimate,
right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't see you doing that with like, you know, friends. Maybe like a really, really close friend. I don't know. But not even really. I feel like it might just be...
It has to take some like extreme, like a deep connection.
Yeah.
Where emotions can run high.
Yeah.
So definitely more intimate relationships, which is problematic.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's yeah. I'm like,
you only get the best of me, Amy.
Yeah, thank you. And I also like, just as a friend, I guess I can be toxic in that way, that I'm like, no, you're great. It's probably their fault if you get that way, you know, like just like, no,
share my delusions.
Yeah, it's because they were I don't know. Okay. Anyways, moving on. Cremation, coffin, or sky burial.
What's a sky burial?
So a sky burial. I've gotten to explain this to a few people. Yeah. So it is notably, and it's in a few cultures, but the ones that I know about for sure are in Nepal and Tibet. They practice this.
Okay.
And so it happens in places where like it's hard to like dig into the ground, for example. And they will take the body of a loved one, they'll bring it to like the top of a mountain.
Okay.
And then they'll let the animals consume it, like the birds and all of that. Yeah.
Not what I was
expecting.
That one.
I know. When I first found out what it was, that's not what I was expecting either.
But you know, I actually kind of love that.
It is it's back
savage.
to the earth, and
yeah, but like also very earthy.
Yeah.
You know.
Oh yeah, earthy is what I meant. Right. It is savage. But
yeah, because my original answer would have been cremation, but no, I like that.
You want to do the sky burial?
That's metal as fuck.
And they watch. They stand there and watch. Which is super metal.
That's hardcore.
Real.
What a way to go out.
Yeah.
I like that. Yeah, that's the way.
It'd be hard to watch, though. Like, someone you really care about. Like, would you want to watch your sons that happen? You know what I mean?
No, they can be cremated. Well, I'm going to die
burn
first.
them.
But
yeah.
I'm going to die first.
Right.
Let's just say that. But.
Yeah, we hope. We hope you'll die first. Why are you so obsessed with me?
Oh my gosh, because that laugh.
Thank you.
Yeah. I love, one of the favorite things about us is our boisterous laughs together.
Mm.
That's my favorite thing. If you cannot laugh, like, you know that deep laugh. I love
if you
that.
can't get a double chin laughing, right? Yeah. Yeah.
That's the
if you
one.
can't be all double chin, what's the point? Oh, Rosie, I wonder what you're going to say to this. Are you smart?
I think I can learn. Does that mean I'm smart? I make so many dumb choices, you know?
I can learn things, so I can't be that dumb. That's great.
Yeah. I'm intelligent. I'm teachable.
I'm teachable. That's great.
Yeah.
I think that's so good. Oh, I think, I don't know what you're going to say this. Okay. Mary Kate and Ashley or Tia and Tamara?
Ooh. Okay, but like, what about them?
You have to choose.
Choose.
What? Your set of twins. Who is your favorite set of twins? You can interpret the question however you want, but that's how I see it.
Oh man, that's so... Tia Tamara. I mean,
yeah,
this
I
is
know.
a song,
the Doja Cat song. I know. Yeah.
But I love Mary Kate and Ashley's style a lot.
Current style or the style when they were children?
Current.
Okay.
I don't know what it is about that. Like,
you like the boho, I'm rich and don't care?
Yeah.
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 Great.
I like that look.
Okay. What happens when I die?
When you die?
Yeah, that's what I wrote.
You gotta make it about me, of course.
I've made so much of this about me. It's a problem. I know.
It is your podcast.
That's what I'm saying.
What happens when you die?
Yeah.
Well, I'll cry.
Thank you.
I'll make a spectacle of it.
Oh, I would love that,
Yeah,
actually.
I know you would. That's why I'm going to honor you in the best way possible.
You. Oh,
in
that's
my
great.
best outfit.
Oh, yes.
I'm going to eat all the foods.
Yeah.
And extra for you.
Thank you.
Know, hopefully it'll like go wherever you're at.
Thank you.
And do boisterous laughs. Yeah. It'll be a part. I'm gonna have a good time.
I'm so glad. So that sounds like what you're gonna do when I die.
But you want to know what happens to you specifically?
Yeah.
Okay.
I just get to enjoy you enjoying my death. I guess that's fine.
Well, isn't that what you would want from me?
No, that is exactly what I'd want. I would want everyone to wear like their most
slutty,
flamboyant. Well, sure.
Okay.
Slutty or flamboyant outfits, or both. And just like have a ball. I mean, my wedding was gonna be so cool. The wedding I was planning, and like that was part of it. I was like, I wanted almost to be like what I would want my funeral to be, in the sense of like a big celebration. Yeah. And here we go. But I want like part of what I was gonna. I think we did send out invites actually, but in the invite I was like, I want you to wear the thing that like you're afraid to wear other places, like the thing you keep in the back of the closet that you think is like so fabulous,
that's fun.
or the thing that's like the most comfortable to you, or like a costume you never got to wear. Just like go for it. Yeah. I know.
That's fun. That's
so
cute.
Maybe I'll just do that for like a party I have once instead, because I have no idea if I'll ever get married again. You know? Have you ever seen a ghost?
Okay.
Oh, love it already.
I've experienced things, but I have not. Okay, I mean, just shadow people. Shadow people do not count as ghosts.
Okay, that's controversial. Do
you think they're ghosts?
Well, what do you mean by shadow people? I just want to get really clear, because I think I know what you mean. But
okay, so there was like a spiritual entity that was haunting, and I'm just going to tell the story. I'm going to tell the story.
Please. Okay. We have time. Yeah.
I'm in bed sleeping I wasn't sleeping, obviously, because I see things. But I was in bed trying to go to sleep, and I had that overwhelming feeling that someone was in the room with me. And I thought that it was my ex that I lived with at the time. And so I pulled the covers down, and I looked over, and I just see like a black shadow creeping through the crack of the door, creeping at me. So what I ended up doing was pulling the sheets like a child.
Sure.
Like a child. I pulled the blanket over my head and I hid until I felt like it was okay.
Yeah.
And then I pulled the blanket down the shadow's not there anymore. So I walked to the door just to confirm that, like,
Yeah.
where's my
brave.
ex? Yeah, where's my ex?
Oh,
Like, it
yeah.
might have been him. I'm going to ask him about that.
Yeah.
And I'm walking down the hall, and he's asleep in the guest room with the lights on. Like, he must have passed out. I don't know. But I'm like, okay, well, if this dude's sleeping, who was in the doorway? And then I heard creaking, because it was an older house, and there was creaking down the stairs, and I heard the door close. And I'm terrified. So I'm like shaking him, like, wake up. Someone's in the house. And he's groggy. I'm like, I'll check the house. And I go downstairs, and the locks were still on from the inside, like the chain.
Yeah.
It was still hooked onto the door, in the frame. Nobody had left. So what was that?
It was obviously a ghost.
Obviously.
But you think that's a shadow person. You would call that a shadow person, not a ghost. You see why it's controversial? Because I think that could also be a ghost.
It could be, but something about it just didn't feel... I feel like ghosts necessarily aren't ominous. Is that the word I'm looking
So yeah,
for?
so I think it's really about connotation. Well, not necessarily connotation, but everyone's like just own description of like shadow person or ghost.
Yeah.
So you think ghosts are more positive?
In a way. I mean, they just kind of like exist if they haven't moved on, you know, their spirit's just kind of lingering around. But then something when I feel like shadow people are more it's an evil spirit that's kind of latched onto you for whatever reason.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you experience that shadow person again after that?
Only one other time.
Do you think it was the same one or a different one?
I think it was this. I had that same feeling inside. So
was it a different location? Same location?
No, same place.
So do you think it was attached to the place?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's
because when we moved, it was not there.
It was
so
gone.
yeah, isn't that weird?
Was it an old building or do you know?
It's Park La Brea.
Oh my god, yeah, I used to live there.
Really?
Yeah.
In the townhouses? Or
I lived in the
towers.
Okay,
yeah. I was in one of the houses.
Oh. Well, they're not that old.
Yeah, so there's a part of me that wonders if maybe it was just attached to, I guess I want to call it the animosity. Is that the word too? Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like in that you had in the relationship.
Within the relationship,
yeah.
If it was just like so tumultuous that it created something, or like opened up a portal to something. I don't know. I'm getting way out there, but
well, sure, that's fine. I mean, that's a concept. I mean, when I lived in Park La Brea, it's in West Hollywood. It's like a big apartment complex.
But it's by the tar pits.
It is by the tar pits, which I recently was
ancient.
Yes, I was watching an episode of John Mulaney's like new show, and it was on his Everybody's in LA before now he's doing Everybody's Live, but in Everybody's in LA they do an episode and there's like a woman who like is like a specialist on it, but yeah, I guess it's like one of the oldest like prehistoric sites, like in the world, and it's like in LA, which is so random. Crazy. But yeah, so it's right down the street from there, exactly. But when I lived there were like a couple stories of people committing suicide off the top of the towers. There were like 13 stories, and I lived in the top story when I lived there, and I had one of my first like suicidal episodes when I lived there, and I was like,
girl, me too.
Really?
Yeah.
So there's some shit about that place.
It's evil,
bro. And I got my bump there. But I'm
sorry, wait, what? You're what?
I have a butt bump. So I was telling Totemi in our episode together, we were talking about butts as you do, and I fell down the stairs there. And I was like carrying heavy bags of alcohol I just bought with my fake ID. And I like fell. It was in the parking structure there. And I like fell on like the hard cement stairs, and it immediately dented my upper left cheek. Dented it. And then I got this huge bruise, and I still have that same exact dent to this day. And I was like maybe 19 or 20. I'm 36 now. I've gotten all this deep tissue massage done on like hours and hours to try to like release it. Yeah. Oh yeah, maybe and like. And I don't think it's gotten any better, but like I get insecure about it, and it's like makes my outfits not as cute because my butt isn't like as smooth as I'd like it to be. I'm like, my right side is cute. The left side is bumpy.
They have those underwear that you can, padded underwear.
I'm not gonna wear padded underwear.
Why not?
I don't like fake stuff.
I do know that about you.
Yeah. That's one hill I'll die on for sure. Okay. Oh, I wonder what you're gonna say about this. I think I know. Let's see if I'm right.
Okay.
Okay. Monotheist, polytheist, or atheist?
Okay, mono, you believe in one God. Poly, you believe in multiple.
I like that you did that. So just in case people were watching or listening and they didn't know, you defined it for them.
I had to confirm it with myself.
Right, I saw.
Yeah, I'm doing my best.
You're doing great. You're doing so good.
See, I'm teachable.
Very.
Okay. I want to say there's one. It all leads to one place.
Okay.
You know,
Mm-hmm.
I used to believe that maybe multiple.
Mm-hmm.
But it's all the same. Like, everyone's talking about the same thing in all the different books.
Like all the all the different like spiritual and religious roads. Like we're really just going. There's like almost like one massive intersection, and then once we kind of filter through that intersection, then we all end up on the same road.
Speaking of intersections, I feel like, do you know that 6-way stop sign in Beverly Hills?
Oh, I think I know exactly
You know
what you're
that
talking about.
monstrous intersection.
Yes, yes.
That's what spirituality and religion is kind of like. You know,
Yeah.
we were talking about all those different books and how it all leads to like the one God.
Yeah.
When you think about us mere mortals here,
Mere
mortals,
yeah.
trying to figure all these things out.
Yeah.
Coming up with all these different ideas and belief systems. It's chaos.
Yeah.
We're all arguing with each other. We're all at these stop signs. Like, no, I go first. Like,
Right,
no, I
right,
got here
right,
first.
right,
No,
right.
like it's my right of way. You know,
Yes.
like that's what it reminds me of. It reminds me of that awful intersection.
That's really good.
And it all leads to like that one little, like the
Yeah.
middle. And if everyone just kind of like chilled out for a second.
The flow would be good.
Yeah.
And we'd all be happy.
Yeah.
Huh.
Happier, at least.
Yeah, I know, right? Okay. This is the last question.
Okay.
And then we do the final question. So this is the last question from the shuffled Rosie deck.
Gotcha.
I'll say.
Okay.
Okay. Who is the funniest person on this couch?
Besides me?
Oh. Ooh. All right, bitch, whatever. Final question. For all of my guests, in our last 3 minutes, if this is the only surviving audio clip of you left in existence, what do you want people to know?
Don't be an asshole. Not just to other people, but mostly to yourself.
That's good.
Yeah, because if you're nice to yourself, the chances are you're going to be a lot nicer to everyone else around you.
Yeah, that is true.
Yeah. I think that's like the only words of wisdom that I truly have. Is it supposed to be words of wisdom? Or should I just been like, I wanted you guys to know that I was always beautiful. I was always kind. I always lit up the room. I'm everyone's favorite. If this was the last audio ever of me, what I would like for people to know and what I want to put out there is everyone in my life, I did my best to love you. Especially my children.
Aww.
Yeah. I'm doing my best. We all are.
Yeah.
And that's the last thing I would have to say.
Oh, I love it. I definitely had that question when people are like, oh, your parents did their best. And I was like, I don't know if they did. But, like, yours will know for sure that you did because you're telling them.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that. That's really sweet. Thank you, Rosie, for being here.
Thank you.
Thank you for all of your patience. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. I enjoy making this. I hope you enjoy watching it. And we'll see you again next week. Bye.
Bye.